And we are back. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Nate Simpleton.
And I'm Charlie Simpleton.
I'm Lemuel Simpleton.
And we are the Simpletons, and we are here to review movies and music. And this time around, we haven't done a music review in quite some time. So today we are going to talk about Toro y Moi. And I'm hearing somebody's feedback in my headphones, which means that's probably going through the video. Come on now, Lemuel.
Let's go.
Toro y Moi. Chaz Bear is what he calls himself. I guess he was originally born Chaswick Bradley Bundick. He's a young'un, born in the 80s. Huh?
Chaz Bear works in.
Yeah, Chaz Bear sounds much better than that. I mean, especially if you got to be in a stage, you know. But, of course, he's known professionally as Toro y Moi. He's been around for quite a while now. And he's one of the people that is, I guess, attributed as creating the genre of chillwave back in the 2010s alongside, I'm just reading Wikipedia, guys, that's all I'm doing here, alongside contemporaries washed out Neon Indian. I have not heard, actually, I'm pretty sure I've heard of Toro y Moi just in passing, but so we're going to talk about his new album, Mahal, I think is what it's called, Mahal, right?
Mahal.
And that came out in 2022, January, so it's been out for just over a year, but we're going to review it and talk about it and see what we think of Toro y Moi's most current, actually it looks like he has a brand new album out, or at least a single that dropped. I was noticing that on Spotify, but so yeah, let's talk about Mahal. Charlie, since this was the album you suggested, why don't you go first? Tell us what you thought about Toro y Moi's album, Mahal.
Yes, I really like this album. I think the last couple of albums I've heard have been stellar from this guy. I saw him at Treeford about 4 years ago. Be when he came through, and it was a set that it wasn't on my mapping, but I had planned it so I'd walk through from place to place and get to hear his set, like parts of his set twice, and from a distance. And I was actually floored and like broke plans and actually went and stayed for about 20 minutes, and I was like, oh, this is actually really, really good, really hot. And
so was it a DJ type of a setup, or what was it?
It's well, and he had instrumentalists with him as well.
Okay.
So it's a bit of recording and a bit of live pieces, and but just like it is like a party. And it was really well done. Stuck to a lot of very full sounds. Rhythms that would jump all over the place, like he could carry a mood and then change it and bring it back, and just he totally was good crowd control. And this album I think is the same way. I think it's layered really well, very collaged kind of sound. You have a lot of like little bits, just kind of like it's like having jazz solos from a multi-instrumentalist. Like all of a sudden he breaks up with something that you weren't expecting to hear. And it's consistent with the shows, and his albums sound like more and more like his shows every time. So, yeah,
Great,
this is a good
yeah,
one.
good deal. Mr. Lamb, what did you think of this new album?
I thought it was pretty jazzy. I liked all the transitions between all the songs. Made it flow really good if you were listening to it straight through. I also really liked the sound engineering he liked to do. Lots of bits of listening to cars start up and people walking and all that sort of stuff. I thought it was pretty fun. So
Yeah. Very reminiscent of a band that used to be pretty popular back in the 80s and 90s called Art of Noise. That they basically their whole idea was taking sounds and creating music with them. Fantastic. If you've never heard of Art of Noise, go check them out. They're really cool. But yeah, I liked it as well. Like I said, I think I've heard of the guy in passing, but never really listened to his music. I really like this style of music, this chill wave or whatever you want to call it, chill out music. Probably kind of my favorite form of techno right now. Really can't stand like the 130 beat bump 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 stuff that like Diplo and those things. It's just like no thanks. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna have a headache before it's all over. So I really like this chill kind of sound that he has, and like David Guetta has a lot of his albums or a lot of his songs are like that, and even this guy named Com Truise, which yes, it's kind of a backwards Tom Cruise, but it's but his is more like 80s, like even like almost some 8-bit type sounds going in there, but not totally 8-bit, because 8-bit's kind of stupid if you ask me, if they make music out of it, unless it's for a video game from the 80s. Anyway, minor detail, but I liked it. Just barely listened to it right before we started recording because I forgot to listen to it. Really did like it. I mean, there, as you said, there was a lot of that jazzy like tempo changes and like wow, that came out of nowhere kind of a thing, and then it would just flow right back into the song, and very jazz fluence. Not just like elevator jazz, but like
like actual jazz.
Yeah, but like Charlie Parker jazz or something from the 60s, or the 70s that you would hear that was like actual jazz where it had dissonance and just like the comment from that book Blue Like Jazz, it doesn't resolve, right? That's the best part of jazz is it doesn't resolve. And there was a lot of songs like that where it never did resolve. The only way he resolved them was just to go right into another song, which was kind of cool. So I did like it. I could that's definitely like good study music or if you're working at a computer in an office all day, check it out. Probably 50% of it, maybe more, doesn't have any lyrics. He's got a lot. It's a lot of instrumental.
1 or 2 songs that had lyrics.
Yeah, and he's not the one that's usually singing. If there is lyrics, it's somebody else that he has come on and sing on the record. I've noticed, but great stuff. I really dug it. For being as white as I am, I really dug it. I wish I could have that kind of talent. That's all I'm going to say there. So there you go. Anybody else have anything else they want to say about the album? I will take that as a no. What? Lemuel, did you have something?
In Magazine, how they were asking about no more drama. I thought that was pretty fun.
No more drama.
Yeah, drama.
We need to take that song and bring it to work with us. Right on. Ow! Okay. Well, guys, we are so glad you've decided to join us today. We're going to go ahead and we're going to give our rating for this album, and then we're going to say our piece. So, Mr. Charlie, what would you give this album?
I'm going to give this album a 4.
4?
Yeah,
Why?
This is a good album. This is an excellent one to listen to. I have a problem with everything, and so like anything, so listening to any album all the way through is really tough. And this one played all the way through, no problems. Actually, I'm going to give it a 4.5. I'm going to step it up because it's one that I'll actually probably put on more than once in a year, and it's great.
Yeah. Lemuel is either being abducted by aliens or maybe his wife's home. I have no idea, but he's looking into the light like he's about ready to follow Jesus home.
There was a mouse climbing on the screen on my window.
Oh.
So that was cool.
There's a mouse outside?
Yeah, I know they're out there because they're in my shed, and we had some extermination people put poison in, and I think they're leaving the shed.
Well, you've got like 4
I have 3
cats.
so I'm really not that concerned.
Yeah, there you go. Right on, Lemuel. What's your grade for this album?
I put it at a 4 out of 5 too.
Nice. Why?
I definitely would sit down and listen to it again. I enjoy this kind of music. It's very nice, especially when I'm like trying to sit down and write, or if I'm just trying to have a chill day at work. It's a good thing to put on and not be stressed out about other things.
Yeah. Yes. Other things. Yes, for sure. I'll give it a 4 out of 5 as well. I think it's really good. And if you want to compare it to something like Justin Bieber's Peaches or something, it is amazing. This album is the best. Woo! And I still can't believe Peaches is one of the biggest songs off of that album. I mean, that was like... Anyway, all right, moving on. We're actually talking about Toro y Moi here.
Did a better version of Peaches anyway. So.
That's right. So 4.0, and 4.5 gives this record a Simpleton certified. Heck yeah. Congratulations, Toro y Moi. This, I know, means a lot to you. Maybe we'll send you an award someday, knowing that you got the Simpleton certified. It'll be a nice statue that says Simpleton certified on it. I think we should. We should send them to these artists, and they'll be like, who in the hell are these people? And why do I care? That's what they're going to be. I swear to God. Exactly. So anyways, thank you guys for joining us. It's been a long time. We've had Lemuel's a new papa. That's why it's been so long. And his son is now over a year old, so he's not that new. He's doing good. Loves his son. His son's kind of a bum sometimes because he like cries when I want to hold him. He's like, no, it's so scary. What a scary man. Don't let me get out. Does that to his grandma, and his grandma gets all sad. Yeah, really sad. Especially when he goes to our bosses and just like, oh, yeah, I love these guys. It's like, what? That's not cool, man. It's not cool. And I moved to be closer to Lemuel and his family, and it's been an exciting and crazy and obnoxious and wonderful adventure. So we are all 3 of us, now in the Boise, Idaho area. So if you're around, come stop and say hi. Other than that, we're going to say goodbye. We're guys going to see you next week where we will review. I have no idea, but you'll find out next week. Stay tuned to the Simpleton channel. Love you guys. Bye-bye.